Philippines is eating the rich right now because of political corruption, and they're specifically going after the children of said politicians because these kids are the ones that are flaunting the wealth that their parents gained through political corruption. Because the Philippines is quite literally underwater right now, and it has become so commonplace that people are now becoming unfazed, carrying on with their wedding while their churches are literally flooded. I mean, do you know how many times this has to happen for you to get used to it and just say, hey, we're just gonna have the wedding anyway? Even though the Filipino government is allegedly spending billions to try to keep flooding from happening. For instance, the other week, the Philippine president Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to this town of Baliwag, which is just north of Manila, and you can see that there's this river that flows through it that dumps into the Manila Bay, and it floods all the time. So much so that the government decided to invest 55 million pesos, which is an equivalent to about 1.24 million US dollars, to build a 220-meter river wall, which would have stopped the flooding. And official paperwork from the Public Works stated that at the end of June that the project was completed. And when President Marcos arrived into town in August 20th, he found that there was no wall and there was nothing but a field where the water was getting dangerously close to the houses made of wood. Or this other flood wall in Lucena City that just cracked and collapsed earlier this month after it cost the government over 100 million pesos, or roughly about $2 million, to build. So when you have people like Sarah and her husband Curly Discaya who own a couple of these construction companies, one of which that had a 96 million peso contract, so roughly about 1.96 million US dollars, to build one of these flood mitigation structures, and when the president of the country goes to Bulacan to visit this project that was allegedly completed earlier this year and finds a wall that is barely started and clearly abandoned, right after Sarah Discaya just made a vlog showing off her brand new Mercedes Maybach, Rolls Royce, Bentley, and Porsche, where she basically states, oh my god, I bought this Rolls Royce because it has an umbrella in the door. Or people like Claudine Ko, whose father also owns construction companies who also received those flood contracts, is making videos flaunting her brand new Mercedes G-Wagon with custom interior, having such a hard time trying to figure out which one of daddy's credit cards to pay for gas with. Just a quick reminder, G-Wagon's base cost is almost $150,000. Or Jamie Cruz, who loves to flaunt her Chanel bags when her father has secured over 3.5 billion pesos, or roughly 71 million US dollars worth of flood contracts. Again, while the rest of the country is literally drowning underwater. And while the outrage quite isn't at Indonesia levels yet, it's so crazy to me that they're still posting, flaunting their wealth. I mean, this was posted by Claudine just less than 8 hours ago, as if they've never seen what happens when a government flaunts their wealth while their people are literally struggling to survive.